Okay, so what you'll need for this project is first this Cutting Edge Stencils Budding Clematis kit. This is a 5-piece kit, beautiful vine stencil. Also comes in a 3-piece kit, but this 5-piece will give us lots of options to help build our composition. And then next we're going to need these Benjamin Moore paints. I already base coated the wall in Benjamin Moore Navajo Flat, and then we're going to use for our lighter color in the vine stencil is the 543. Then we're going to go to a slightly darker color, a 546, and we're going to shade the tips of the leaves with 448. And then over to the sample here, I always make a sample first because it gives me an opportunity to play with the colors and to really understand how I'm going to move forward on the project. Other things you'll need on this project are some blue tape to mask off the trim, some paper towels to offload your rollers, I'm going to show you that next, and a little spray adhesive to help hold the stencils there. Let's go to the next step. Okay, the next step is to mask off the trim. Crown molding if you have it, baseboards, door jambs, windows, things like that. We like to use low-tack blue painter's tape. 1.5 to 2 inches will work just fine. Okay, so here is one of our beautiful budding clematis stencils from the 5-piece kit from Cutting Edge Stencils. And I'm just going to position this so the stem extends to the crown molding. You want the stem to bend into the crown or your ceiling line. So what's great about this project is you can start it anywhere because we're just going to build it. We're going to go around the room, we're going to build this up until we have the amount of coverage that we're looking for. So I'm going to place this stencil in a way that it falls naturally where my stem meets the crown. Okay, I'm going to load the dense foam roller now. I'm using a 2-inch dense foam roller with my lightest color. I deliberately load the roller and I pallet the roller a little bit back and forth so I equally distribute the paint on the roller. So I got a nice equally distributed roller here with the paint, and now I go over and I give it 1 or 2 offloads. It's ready to go. Okay, up here I'm going to put it on in a broken fashion. Look how easy this is. I'm just going to come in, do a very light application. I kind of want it broken. There we go. Stencil's easy to reposition when you have that repositionable spray adhesive on there. And I'm just going to put a light coat on here because I want these to be ghost leaves in the background. Very quick. Okay, I'm going to shade now. So I'm going to come back down here. I'm going to grab a little bit of my next darker color. And you know what? I'm not even going to use a brush on this. I'm going to shade this really quickly using the roller and just concentrating on the edges and the bottom parts of the leaves and the stems. So come back up here with me, and I'm going to just kind of lightly hit the tips, the edges, kind of use this as a paintbrush. You see what I'm doing here? Just kind of adding a texture, some shadows. I'm going to come in with a little bit more of the darker color for the stem here, and that's what I'm doing here. And then lightly shade, lightly texturize these leaves just to give them some movement and some depth and dimension. Okay, you see that? Let me pull this down for you so you can see what we got here. Beautiful. We're starting to build this pattern, lightest in the background, and now I'm going to start to move across the room. So we're going to continue around the room using that light color and this ghost technique to start, and then we're going to put our dark colors on top. So everything I'm going to do now is going to be with the light color. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to place this stencil, I'm going to just make sure that it lays flat. Spray adhesive is very helpful. I'm going to come down to some more of my light color, and again I'm going to put this on in a broken, fast, easy fashion. Very light, ghostly, just implying that there's some depth to our vine. Now I'm going to have a little bit of the dark color here again, shade with this. Again, I'm adding some texture, a little darker color to the tips and a little darker to the vine. And I'm doing this with my roller because it's very easy to do with the roller. We're going to show you later how to do it with a stencil brush. Okay, sometimes you may want to take some of the stencils and mask off certain areas so it has a different look. You can see I've got a similar look next to it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this section by masking it off. And so you can just take some tape, and you don't even have to do the whole thing. If you know you're going to stop here, that's enough. And now we have a different look as opposed to the one right next to it. So don't be afraid to modify your stencil, to add to existing stencils, or to block out areas. Okay, you may want to fill in the area where the wall meets the crown molding or the ceiling line, and you can do that by manipulating your stencils. So I'm going to concentrate my leaves right in this open area here, and that's going to give this a more lush, full look, the way that the vine would naturally be growing anyway. So come up here, fill in this area, and I have it get a little more sparse as it comes down the wall. Okay, since we have these two vines that have a very similar look, what I'm going to do is do some freeform stenciling. I'm going to take this section which bends to the left, and I'm going to add it to this so we have different amorphic looks here. So I'm going to stencil this area. I'm going to attach it around here. So you see what I got here? I've got this area here. I'm going to come up and I'm going to attach, and I'm not going to go any further than that. And this is just going to give me a slightly different look than the stencil right next to it. That's what's so great about freeform stenciling. You just use your eye to place the stencil to build an organic look. Okay, so we've completed our first layer, which is the lighter color with the medium color as the shading. Now we're going the foreground leaves, so I'm going to start with the medium color and then shade it with a 3/4 inch professional stencil brush on the tips and the edges. Okay, I'm going to do my last one, a dark in the foreground, placing this here, filling in this empty space here, and I think we've just about got this room complete. Absolutely beautiful. Super easy, anyone can do this. Check it out. Okay, when we have these spots like in here, we can fill those in with a few ghost leaves. So I just take the stencil, I place it where I want it, take my lighter color, and just fill it in with a little bit of ghostly leaves. And it really starts to take care of those spaces there, what we call negative space. Pop a leaf right in there. Check it out, beautiful, just to fill it in. You don't even have to be that accurate with it. Okay, let's unmask.